Hey, it's Adele from Let's Get Inky, and peeps, it's happening. We're on the final page of this Traveller's Notebook insert. I am slightly over the moon. I'm so excited, and I ummed and ahed about what to do, and in the end, I went with some of my favourite photos of Archie. These were taken probably a year and a half ago, I'm thinking, when he was maybe 18 months or 16 months. And I wanted to include them. I have already scrapbooked them. There's a process video for this over on my main channel, my Inkie Quill YouTube channel, if you want to see how I scrapbooked them. But I just love them so much because they capture his little funny personality in just 4 photos. And I wanted a bit of a mixture between black and white and coloured photos for this one. And as you can see, the left hand side of this page she's a bit thick, she's a bit chunky, which we love, and I wanted photos that would be easy to stick down because, like I said, it's getting a little bit thick, and I knew I wouldn't be able to do lots of tiny photos, so these photo strips are perfect. So I'm starting with some washi tape, and that circly one is a Ranger one. It could be a Dina Wakley, possibly. The blue, where is the blue from? I think the blue could be a crepe paper. I'm not quite sure. And then a subscriber sent me that spotty one. So I'm not sure where that's from either, sorry. But I'm using up some bits and pieces, and the first thing I always do is stick my photos down. This video, I should add, has a bit of a bonus at the end, so make sure you stick around to see how I cover my insert. But I always stick my photos on, and I didn't realise until I had started this page that the left-hand side is the normal crisp white of the 003 Traveller's Notebook insert. The right-hand side is a slight creamy tone, which is what the end page is. And it didn't bother me. It bothered me when I first noticed, I'm not going to lie. But it didn't bother me afterwards because I used elements that were the same across both pages. And so I felt like the colours matched across both pages, and it didn't stick out as much. I think once you start to fill in the page, the cream doesn't look as cream and the white doesn't look as white. So I grabbed this sticker sheet, and this is the Magical Forest by Crepe Paper, and holy moly peeps, I need to get another one ASAP because I am finally starting to put together some kits for Archie and Violet's baby albums, and I will be making an online class on that later in the year. But I really want to use this sticker sheet, but I don't want to use too much of it until I can get another to put in the kits for their baby albums, because it's so very sweet, and I need more. I need another one of it. I wanted to stick, because these photos didn't have really any standout colours in them. There's a tiny bit of light blue in the background from Archie's bath mat, and the black and white photo does have a bluish undertone to it. And I don't know, when I think of bath, I automatically think of blue. So I started with blue, and then I wanted a colour that would make a bit of a pop against it, so I went with red. So when I was going through all of my embellishments, I just looked for things that were either blue or red or a neutral, just a black and white. I'm using some Tombow dual brush markers, which are very lovely. And of course, I ran into my photo. I didn't measure that well, which is frustrating. But you know what? As my Nana always says, a man riding by on a horse wouldn't notice, so it doesn't matter. And I do outline it in a little moment. When I was making this layout, it made me a bit reflective. Let me know if you do that with your final pages in your journals, or even your art journals or junk journals, whatever journal you may use. And it made me think about what things I like, what techniques or what type of styles or colours I really enjoy in my traveler's notebook. And one thing that I love is outlining my brush lettering. And I don't do that anywhere else. I only seem to do it in this particular insert and the first insert that I did. And I don't know why. It's funny when we do things just naturally and we don't know why. But it's when I do start my next insert, and there will be another insert, so don't worry, the Journal With Me videos aren't going away. This is number 39. So if you have stumbled upon this video and you're not a subscriber to my channel, head on over, because there's 38 other inserty fun videos that you can watch to keep you company while you journal, or just to relax too, because let's be real, in our current global state, we need some good relaxing entertainment, I think. Just some nice calm, away from the hustle and bustle of the media type entertainment. I don't know about you, but I have been watching so much more creative content at the moment. And I think that it's I don't want to talk about it too much, but when things started going down in the world with the current situation, I don't want to say the word, but the current global pandemic, I kind of lost a bit of crafty mojo, because I was stressed. You know, it's normal to be stressed in a time like this, and I think I'm finally starting to feel my creative mojo come back a little bit. And I've been watching a whole lot of videos and a lot of things on Insta stories, people's Insta stories. And I just want to say that it's okay to not be okay and to not feel like creating. And I think it can sometimes be confronting when you see people pumping out so much extra stuff because they've got extra time, and which is great. It's fabulous for them, but we don't all have to be the same. And if you're taking it slow and steady, that's all good. If you're taking a bit of time away from creating to just focus on your headspace and where you're at, that's okay too. You do what's best for you. So here is the page all done. I do like things that I've noticed in my insert that I like. I do really like the black outlining of pages. That was my first page in this insert. And things have changed. When I do the flip through, and I will do a flip through for this entire insert like I did for the last insert. I'll put the link to the previous flip throughs down below. There's a chatty one and a non-chatty one. But when I did the first page, I used a lot of physical ephemera from places that I went, and magazines and things. And I'll talk about it when the flip through comes up during the Inkie June Marathon, which we'll talk about in a moment. But there's some techniques that I kind of lost from the start, and there's some that I gained towards the end, and I really want to focus on the things that I like the best. So we'll chat about that more in the next video. But for now, if you saw my first insert there, I had covered it with stickers, which is also a video over here on Let's Get Inky. And it was a great way to use up some stickers in these delicious sticker books that I do love, but inevitably, as there is with every sticker collection, there's always some stickers that either don't take your fancy, or they might be not your particular colours or shape, or you might just be sick of flicking through them a little bit. And so if you've got some leftover stickers, this is such a great way to use them and really make a bit of an eye-catching background piece. So for this one, I wanted to focus on kind of brighter tones of pinks and pops of yellow, black and white. I also wanted to use some washi tape, which I don't know if I used washi tape in the last one, or if I did, it wasn't a lot. And I'm not planning out where things go. I tried to start with some larger pieces, and I knew I had this sticker book that is designed for planning, but I don't do pretty planning. I like to use these stickers for other things in my project life, and in my traveler's notebooks. They're really great to use. And so I'm going through a few different ones, and you can see I'm trying to set down the the foundation, if you'd like to call it that, the bigger, more backgroundy pieces that can be slightly overlapped, and then save the smaller wordy pieces like those two yellow ones to my right until the final layer. And last time I covered my first insert with just some clear book contact, and I didn't have any at the time of filming this, but I have since. I ordered some online and it arrived. So today's job, after I finish some voiceovers, is to cover it, because the cover of this insert, it's the 003 one from the Travellers Company, and it's craft, and it's slightly furry. No, I wouldn't say furry. It doesn't like stickers. Let's just put it that way. And some of my stickers are already starting to peel off a little bit. So if you do this, I definitely suggest covering it with some sort of clear contact so that your stickers don't go walking about. Then I'm trying to see what I can fit in this tiny, tiny little slither. And I've got a mixture of sticker books. There's some from American Crafts, and then there's some from Me and My Big Ideas. You don't have to do this with sticker books. You could use scraps of pattern paper. You could use any sort of embellishments that you have. This would also be a good way to use up ephemera. It would be slightly bulkier though. And then you could... Oh, baby monitor is going off. And then you could use up some of your ephemera that's been sitting around. So for the number, for the first one, I had a circle with a black number in the middle of it. So I decided to replicate that again, and I'm really glad I did. And then I just put the year, because this was basically all photos from 2019. So there is the first insert on the left, and then here is the second one on the right. Like I said, I'll put the link to the flip through for the left-hand one if you haven't seen it yet down below. And I will have a flip through for the Inkie June Marathon, which is coming up, peeps. So get your calendars ready. There will be a video uploaded every single day in June. I will be alternating on my Inkie Quill channel, which is scrapbooking and project life, and then on this channel, which is journaling, art journaling, junk journals, travelers notebooks, all the journals. So get ready for a lot of videos in June. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you very, very, very soon. Bye.